All right. What do you say to a little in-game live here on SportsGrid, midday style? Kevin Walsh and Gabe Morency with you. Baseball certainly the main attraction of this current window. A Jays-Rays game set to get underway. There is some live European soccer qualifiers if you're interested. I know some CFL picks coming up late night from Gabe, but I'll just tell you this, Gabe. I decided if we're going to do this, I'm going to do it right. Instead of betting, Jays, Rays, full game, no. Maximum pain or maximum fun, yes runs in the first inning. We are in and out, baby. So I like runs early here in Toronto, Tampa.
I like your style. Let's get after it. For what is so-called a light day in sports, I tell you what, I got 12 picks circled, and that's not including my football game props, in which I usually add about, 4 to 6, couple of passing yard props, couple of touchdown props, etc. So a lot of stuff going on today. We've got Major League Baseball going on here right now, and we'll get started here with this game as well. And betting on baseball is sort of like being a manager in baseball. You want to use analytics a bit. You want to, know the numbers and the historical data, but at the same point in time, you got to go with your gut at times as well. And my gut tells me this isn't so much a play on Toronto. This is just sort of a play that, the Rays aren't winning 4 in a row in Toronto. I think Bieber, who's on the hill here tonight, who hasn't been very good as of late. He strikes people out, but he gets lit up. Very Kevin Gossman-like. Like I said, just call it that gut feel. I'm on the Blue Jays today. I think their bats show up today. I don't disagree with there being some runs in this game. It's a bullpen game, right? It went from Seymour to a bullpen game for the Rays right now. So that sort of came into play. And look for Ernie Clement today. Every once in a while, Kevin, I sort of like, you know what? Today's a this guy day. Give me Ernie Clement. I'm not saying he's hitting a home run or anything special. Over 1.5 total bases. Plus 110.
I like it. It gets us involved.
And I added a Bieber over 4.5 strikeout prop to the rotation as well.
Yeah, we'll see what Bieber brings to the table here. Going to start to get a little bit more work and just get more comfort for Toronto. It's what they need. I do want to bring up an in-game opportunity, Gabe, to you right off the bat. There are some Champions League qualifiers, and funny enough, we've talked about Besiktas, the Turkey team that's supposed to be,
that's the Mo Salah.
Getting Mo Salah, excuse me. So they're up 1-0. Their opponent already has a red card. But we've talked about this a lot, that sometimes it makes it harder to score. It's 2 legs. Midland will get the return leg back. So they're not worried about grabbing a goal. They're worried about keeping this thing 1-0. I'm seeing a live 2.5 right now. You want to keep that soccer itch going? I don't see why we don't get involved here with a live under 2.5. I'm seeing plus money.
You know what? If it was 3.5, I would bite.
I'm looking at
3.5.
3.5.
Yeah,
I would love if it was 3.5.
I'm looking at the 3.5 right now. It's minus 300. I can live with that. So that'll sort of be the first leg of a parlay here, because I do agree with you. It's a good take here. Midland here, they're not going to want to, it's an aggregate. They don't want to fall behind 3-4-0. Besiktas is going to be looking for another goal, right? They're going to be looking for another goal for sure to add here, but I don't think they get to 4. So I'll go with the under 3.5, Kevin. I can live with here. Under 3.5 in game. And like you said, man, like soccer's like it's like happy hour. It's always happy hour somewhere, right? But
it really is. Really is.
Well, Benfica 1-1 right now. St. Gallen.
Yeah, they were big favorites. Just a bounce under minus 300. I was taking a look at that, pre-match. Total was around 3.5, so they were expecting goals.
From
this
Switzerland.
is great.
FC St. Gallen.
I got that under 2.5 in now.
1879, Kevin, they were founded. Dear God. I'm playing around. 1879.
All right.
Benfica 1-1. The game's on the road. It's in Switzerland, right? But you're getting Benfica right now at minus 110, man.
Not bad.
You got to figure they bang one out, right?
Gabe.
The only thing is, these teams aren't in form either, though, right, Kevin? When's the last time Benfica played?
Yeah. So Benfica, I think, maybe played a match in, like, May. I don't think St. Gallen, Gabe, it looked like they hadn't played since, like, last year, though. So, I just, minus 110 on them to win a half.
Listen, we're here to bet, Kevin. I'm going to man up. Screw the 3.5 and the wuss parlay stuff. Give me the under 2.5 and give me the 2.5. It's 1-0 right now. I like the fact that, I like games with red cards. I've said it before. People think, the other team's like, the other team's not going to score, but it's hard to score on them because they know they can't score and they don't want it to get out of hand, and everybody drops back all the time, and they're playing a man down. So, like, they just sort of kick it back. Let's kill time. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not like they're thinking, we're going to score 2 goals on the road in Turkey right now. Like, you know what I mean? They're thinking, let's just get out of here. Correct. Like, if we get out of this 2-0, this isn't too bad. Right? Like, all things, 100%. All things considering.
Like, if they get out of it 1-0, it's a miracle. And 2-0, you'll live with it.
If you would have told them before the game 1-0, they would have taken it, or 2-0.
I agree. Should we let me look a little more into this Benfica match, though. I think you might be onto something here, but I want to look into it a little bit more. I don't think Benfica live are a bad idea.
Yeah, but I've given up on knowing who's playing on any team anymore, Kevin. Like, I don't have time for this. I'm trying to handicap games. Yeah, I'm trying to handicap games. I don't know. Like, Berhalter's now on Middlesbrough.
He's on Middlesbrough. Yep.
He's on Middlesbrough, and I don't know which Knippel's playing tonight on Team Knippel. Like, there's like a bunch of
I'm convinced it's his
evidently.
father. I am convinced it is his father. Like, you.
Why is he doing interviews saying he's playing?
I watched that clip. I did not. Was it the clip that you sent me? It did not sound like he said he was playing. He was excited for like a team manager to play. Look at this. You want to talk about influence, Gabe? Look at this. They prepared the TBT slate for you. That's good work. I sent it in early. I tell you what, great job. I tell you what, I'm fired up for the TBT now. It's a weird-ass tournament last night. The Jayhawks bounced back last night, Kevin. Oh, did
the Jayhawks?
Yes, did they?
Yes. They're going to game 3.
Wow. I didn't expect that. I told you. I stayed out of it.
Yeah, me neither. Like, this thing is all over the place. Like, it's like one night, the next night, like, it's all over. Like, it's all over the place. But one thing that isn't, and we have a rematch here tonight. We'll get to the pick later, but I'll just throw it out there. I really like this one, Kevin. The Team Enchantment and the Aftershocks. I'm telling you guys, Wichita State are in this thing all the time. Like, they're like a tournament staple, and they're damn good at this. Bro, they beat them like 97-78 or something in the last game. Like, they actually, like, it was really high scoring. I'll give you the exact score, and the total's the same thing, Kevin. It got 148.5 again here. Like, what's going to be different? Like, what is it suddenly going to be like a slowdown here? Like, what was I want to give you the exact score. It was high. Yeah, 98-77. 98-77. So we got to 175 points. The total tonight's 148.5, Kevin. What are we doing? Like, okay, if I lose, I lose, bro.
Right.
I lose. It's the same damn teams.
I don't blame you at all. I think it's a good look. I really do. I told you I'm trying to swear that tournament off.
And the Aftershocks, no. I'm hooking you back in. No one likes a quitter, Walsh. Let's go.
I might have to. Gabe, you think that's bad? I got to tell you, I might be down to MLS live bets only after yesterday. I don't know.
I like it. I like your style. You're like soccer only. That's all. That's the only thing you're interested in that. Until football's here.
All right, back here on Sports Grid, following the action, we've got the over we're looking for in the opening inning here of Tampa-Toronto.
Yeah. One out already.
Like 3-0. Yeah, he had a 3-0 count, and he managed to pop up to Vlad Jr. I'm still trying to figure that out. So
I love Walsh's rage.
You
talk, you're in soccer mode, but like you get your eye on these baseball games and like the first at bat. But yeah, you've been on the run in the first inning, so like
that's what I'm saying.
First at bat has pissed you off. You're more
Every
involved right now.
is basically a full inning if you think about it.
You only got 6 outs, so now you're down to 5. Yeah, you got 5 to give. Like, so I'm like, all right, I got 5 more chances now. Like,
not a lot of runway here. By the way, I will say,
I just tuned in. What happened? What did he do?
He
what
popped up
happened?
to first.
Oh, he popped up. All right.
To first. Yeah. And then I think your boy Alejandro Kirk, second batter, first pitch of the at-bat, they called the ball, he challenged it and got it overturned to a strike. That's a good teammate right there. Pretty insane decision.
I'm on the Jays. You know what I like? Jays have come to win today, Kevin. They're all business.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
This is the line in the sand game today for them.
You might be onto something here.
No, it's done. It's done. I'm kidding. It's done.
Well, they might have it for today. I'm not saying they're going to win 15 in a row.
Exactly. Yeah. It's one of those deals, though, where even the Toronto media, they're all like, yeah, it's done right now. It's done. And then they're like, but maybe they can get to win a couple of games after. Like, they're trying to do the reverse psychology. It's done, but maybe it's not really done. But
right.
It's not really done. You know what I mean? If they, like you said, you go, what's this, Kevin?
Oh, you're ahead of me. That'd be great. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I don't want to do this to you.
No, God, no.
Watch this.
God, no.
Watch this.
Oh, God.
Sorry. I'm like, Buddy on the Rays just smoked it to the wall. Like, literally, Kevin.
Oh, I didn't even know.
I thought it was gone. I thought it was gone.
I didn't.
It wasn't quite like that close. It was like to the wall type deal, though. It was like, that could not put it that way. Like, that looked like a double. He smoked it into the gap. Yeah. It was a nice catch. Watch the Jays today, Kevin. They've had like 5 errors in this series in 2 games. Sorry, but like watch them be Gold Glovers today, Kevin, in the first inning just to beat you.
I'm telling you. So I have the volume on a little bit, Gabe, and I just hear Miles Straw tracking it down, and that's when you really lose confidence. Miles Straw is a guy who's had a 10-year pro career all because of defense. Like, he bats like 230, but he covers.
So it's the wrong guy. He was the wrong guy to be
the worst possible guy. Like, Dave, like most people would have to lay out or it is a double. He like casually got under it. Like,
that's what I was going to say. That he made it look easy, like it was a casual sort of, but it really wasn't. Like, Buddy smoked it into the right field gap, like right in between center field and right field, and he made it look easy at the wall. Boom, I got it, no problem. And he ran like a while to get there, too. Like, it was like that ball was hit. And, of course, the third out, line drive, smoked hard, but right to somebody, right to the shortstop.
Yeah. All right, now we're really on Toronto here.
No. This is it, though. The Jays, this is their day, Kevin, and that's the start right there. I didn't get a strikeout with Bieber, but that's all right. I bet on the Jays today. This is the start. Ernie Clement right now. Just hit a shot. Let's win that bet for all of us.
I was going to say, now. The Vlad Jr. home run feels real on the board right now.
If Vlad actually hits if Vlad gets a hit even, they're winning today. Like, that's the sign. Actually, you know what? That's not fair because he kind of does get hits, right? He is hitting like 260 or whatever.
He started the year batting like 390 with 2 home runs, and no one understood what was going on. And then I don't know if he overcompensated. Like, he's down to 256, but like the home runs haven't really started to pile up the way you would hope.
You know what the problem is, too? They're bad at bats, Kevin. You've seen a couple of these Jays at bats over the last couple of days just by chance because we've been on.
Yeah.
They're just like he swings at the first pitch and like meekly grounds out, or you know what I mean?
He looks like he want to be there.
He's tried everything though. He's tried taking pitches. He's tried swinging at the first pitch. Like, he really has tried everything. I don't know. There's like how many star players, Kevin, have had terrible years this year? Like off top, like 20. Machado, Tatis, our boy Kyle Tucker. I'll say it, whatever. Like, for all the money you're getting and stuff, let's call it out for what it is, right? You got 8 home runs.
And then
whatever,
there's been
240.
Skeens, relatively speaking.
Skeens, other pitchers. Cal Raleigh was just, I don't know if Cal Raleigh, though, was a star ever. I think Cal Raleigh might have just had a good year. He might have been Jeremy Lin. Like, you know what I mean? Jeremy Lin was better, actually. I think Jeremy Lin actually.
I don't think that. I mean, Cal Raleigh finished second in an MVP. Jeremy Lin was more exciting.
Who cares, though? I don't know. We're not ESPN, so I'm not going to do the debate. Who's better, Jeremy Lin or Cal Raleigh?
I mean, Gabe, if ESPN ever debates Jeremy Lin versus Cal Raleigh,
Jeremy Lin wins. I wouldn't be surprised. Yesterday, we're debating who the top 5 dunkers are. I mean, I was like, come on, there's got to be something in the sports world you guys could talk about.
You got to imagine at some point that turned into LeBron versus Jordan, right? At some point, they were doing top 5
it was
dunkers.
It was a Wemby love fest. It was a Wemby's the best. I mean, he's 7'5". Like, it doesn't count.
It's a dunker?
Right, so here we go. Here we go. Panago Bowdy. We got a full count here. It was 3-1. Don't screw this up. Get on base here. Let's get this going.
The second guy. By the way, you would love what you're seeing. I have it up in like the side corner here, the Bastikas game. You'd love what you're seeing. Like, yes, Bastikas are trying to score, but that's perfect. Midland understands the job. Defend. Like, they're keeping this close to the vest here, Gabe. So I like what we're getting at least in that match, which is good. I'll get more eyes on the Benfica stuff. I didn't play
you know
it
what?
yet.
It's tough. It's on the road. It's 1-1, but come on. I got to do it. We're getting Benfica. Now? Getting plus 130. We are in the 62nd minute right now. What's the double chance?
Yeah, that's moving quick.
Oh, God. Minus 700. Benfica or tie. I can't do that. See, that's all you need to know. I actually have the game. I can see it, too. You're watching. I got this game.
All right. We'll be right back here on SportsGrid. Come on.
Come in a lot more better prepared to play than say we did, having to learn some of the things that we learned coming into the NFL that we weren't learning in college. A lot of these kids are getting quarterback coaches, as far back as junior high school and all the way through high school into college. So I think the position is a lot more stronger than it's ever been.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
Atlanta should be the team to step up and secure him.
Yeah, Atlanta's really interesting because they're much further down the list than only 8% right now on Kalshi, but this is a team that has constantly come up in terms of GMs thinking, or the reports suggesting that GMs are thinking that Atlanta Braves are the dark horse team to kind of swoop in there and get Scoogle, and that's going to be something that we should pay attention to.
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
Wembanyama goes to the park and plays chess against people. I saw him come in with a book today. Yeah. He walked in with a book, Kevin. He had a bunch of books in his hand. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, he's the only NBA player that actually walks in with a book that actually read it.
Yeah. It's a good take. Yeah.
Shot of LeBron. Listen, I couldn't help it.
I knew that I was trying to cut you off before you said the name.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
Class is in session. Today, let's talk about the teaser. A teaser is a multi-leg bet where you shift the point spread in your favor. You get better numbers, but every selection has to win. It doesn't matter what you bet if you don't have the insights. Tune into SportsGrid and get ahead of the class.
All right, guys, back right here on Sports Grid. We're down to our final strike with George Springer up. Ernie Clement did get a base hit. Good call by Gabe. Clement
So
looks
far,
good early.
I need another one.
Jumped all over
That's
it.
only one.
Yeah.
That's one of the 1.5, but still, a lot of just bad at-bats here by the Jays. Right? I mean, here's Springer down 0-2 right away. Like, they just keep digging themselves holes. Vladimir Guerrero dug himself a hole and struck out.
Yeah.
I think on 4 pitches.
Yeah, I'm not going to act like I've seen every Vlad bat, but I know I haven't seen an impressive Vlad at-bat. It's just, it's very
And I don't want
disappointing
to
for a
upset
guy
you,
who's
but
supposed to be the star.
Springer could have just got hit by a pitch and moved out of the way, too. It's been a couple of times. This
Vlad
pitcher
did that,
is
too.
Like, yeah,
this
Springer
guy's
just did, too.
wild.
And it was like a curveball. It wasn't even a fastball. Like, Springer had time to casually move out of the way. I'm like, dude, just get hit. You guys need something. Just get hit. Like, you know what I mean? Get on base, first and second. But Springer casually just moved away from it.
See, we could have bases loaded.
It's the little things, though. You're right. If you were, like, really just are hardcore, and you guys were like, we got to win this game, like, both of you could be bases loaded right now. The pitcher, this is a relief pitcher starting right now. Like, you could really rattle this guy. He's only going an inning or two to begin with, and he's already struggling a bit here. Like with his control.
It is funny. You can tell, Gabe, he's not pitching the next inning, right? Like, sometimes if an opener, like, you know what I mean? They'll be like, oh, maybe.
Yeah, he's all over the place, Kev. Now he just threw it in the dirt. Like, he's all over the place.
They might not let him throw to Kirk, honestly. Like, that's how rattled this guy's look. And somehow, like, Vlad Jr. couldn't get 2 balls against him. Like, I don't understand that. I am getting annoyed. You're not wrong. Like, Springer realized halfway through the at-bat, stop swinging.
Yeah, there it is. There, I was just going to say the same thing. A professional at-bat to Springer. Springer basically left the bat on his shoulder. Buddy's, like, close to throwing a wild pitch now type thing.
He's
like,
got
they're in the dirt.
pitches.
Like, the catcher doesn't know where the ball's going. Like, it's one of these, like, he's probably even joking with Kirk right now. Hey, listen, keep your head up. He might hit you. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
but not by accident, not by on purpose. Like,
our producer, Chris, he's on this with us. He's like, every J is down 0-2, yet this guy's going to have 25 pitches. Like, that's...
I know, it's baffling.
Like,
and he just teed up a batting practice pitch to Kirk over the middle on the first pitch. Like,
I don't understand.
Like, Kirk, you should have swung at that, bro. Like, dude, just swing at that. Like,
what are they doing? He's down 0-2.
He's 0-2. He's 0-2 now.
How?
This is the symbolicness of the Blue Jay season right here. Like, this inning. Like, honestly, people are like, oh, you got to fire the manager. What do you want the manager to do? Like, they're useless. Like, guys, you got this gas can on the hill. Like, figure it out.
Oh, my God. He has not thrown consecutive strikes.
And the second strike wasn't a good pitch. It was like a foul that Kirk defended, like, sort of got scared. Like, you know?
I promise you, if Kirk didn't swing, we both would have been saying he could have got hit. He could have stepped into that one. He could have hit almost every J who's come up this inning. Oh,
all right, maybe this is trouble.
Tune me up. This Jays team might win the World Series. This Jays team might have it.
That's what you call making a. They willed it home. And you and I talked about this pitcher's a gas can. Like, they're on the verge of, like. There you go, Ernie. Yes. Just a little squibber.
He couldn't believe his
down
eyes.
Third. Buddy tried to one-hand it on the Rays. Yeah, finally the Jays get some luck.
That was great.
Good call, fantastic. Nice base running by Ernie, though. Huh? He was aggressive. Good job, Ernie.
Kidding. Now, this is the part of the program where if you did bet no runs first inning, it was 5 up, 5 down, and then you lost on that. Like, that's not a fun. That's not a fun.
That
day.
was the shakiest. Like, that would have been the shakiest scoreless inning in almost a Major League Baseball history from a pitcher. Like, you know what I mean? It would have been like, God, you were bad, but all right, you know, thanks for giving us the inning. Like, you got out of it.
I wish this guy was pitching another inning. We'd have to, like,
this is where it's big for the Jays, though. If you're the Jays, like Okamoto, there's the one thing you're good at: hitting home runs. Smoke one, make it 4-0.
He might too, though. Well, honestly, he probably just going to get hit. Like, maybe Okamoto's like, you know what? I could just work this OBP a little bit here. I don't have to swing. He's crowding the box, I feel.
Another thing is, too, Lagumina, he's throwing he keeps throwing like these like softball strikes down the middle on the first pitch because he's so concerned. Oh, God.
Get out!
Oh.
Get out! I thought he did. I thought he hit a ball. Man, it's funny. Like, when you watch it on TV, you think it's going 700 feet these days. We'll be right back.
It went right up.
Come in a lot more better prepared to play than say we did, having to learn some of the things that we learned coming into the NFL that we weren't learning in college. A lot of these kids are getting quarterback coaches, as far back as junior high school and all the way through high school into college. So I think the position is a lot more stronger than it's ever been.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
Atlanta should be the team to step up and secure him.
Yeah, Atlanta's really interesting because they're, much further down the list at only, 8% right now on Call Sheet. But this is a team that has constantly come up in terms of GMs thinking, or the reports suggesting that GMs are thinking that Atlanta Braves are the dark horse team to kind of swoop in there and get Scoogle. And that's going to be something that, we should pay attention to.
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
Wembanyama goes to the park and plays chess against people. Like, I saw him come in with a book today. Yeah. He walked in with a book, Kevin. He had a bunch of books in his hand. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, he's the only NBA player that actually walks in with a book that actually read it.
Yeah. It's a good take. Yeah.
Shot of LeBron.
Listen,
I couldn't help
I
it.
knew that I was trying to cut you off before you said the name.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
Class is in session. Today, let's talk about the teaser. A teaser is a multi-leg bet where you shift the point spread in your favor. You get better numbers, but every selection has to win. It doesn't matter what you bet if you don't have the insights. Tune into SportsGrid and get ahead of the class.
Okay, guys, back with you right here after a nice start to our in-game live with the yes runs first inning in Jays Rays, and it comes from the Toronto side, which is good. We might, though, Gabe, man, you know, this isn't really something you and I ever have the opportunity to bet. An extra inning game. Guardians Twins is tied at 1 apiece in the bottom of the 9th inning here. Gavin Williams was brilliant today. 7 scoreless innings, 11 Ks, less than 100 pitches. He had an immaculate inning. And yet he's, not getting much because on the other side of the coin, Taj Bradley was also pretty fantastic. 7 innings of 1-run baseball. I don't mind sometimes, Gabe, jumping in here with an over if this thing gets to the top of the 10th. I know some people don't like the ghost runner. I am a fan of it. Do you ever find yourself betting some extra inning baseball?
No, I don't. I generally don't jump in. In game if I haven't watched the game, like all game. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm, I'm not really a fan of the ghost runner, to be honest. I'd rather it doesn't exist, but I've adapted to it. The total's 3.5 right now. It's 3.5. We're going to end up going. There's 2 out right now. I have it on in front of me. There's 2 out right now. Looks like there's 1 strike now. So we're a couple of pitches away from potentially going to extra innings. What's going on in this series? And it's a weird series, right? Man, they scored like 1 million runs earlier.
Yeah,
like,
Twins scored 1,000 on them yesterday, but the Guardians took the first 2, and they were scoring a lot of runs.
So this
early,
is the 4th.
Yes.
So it's the 4th game, and Minnesota's won 2 of them, right?
No, Cleveland's won 2. Cleveland's won 2.
Cleveland's won 2. All right, out of the 4 games. So My gut tells me Cleveland wins in extra innings. That's just my sort of gambling gut instinct.
Well, let me do this, Gabe.
And my feel is, Kevin, so they're minus 150 right now. Let them get out of the inning. It'll pop down to 130 or whatever. Let Minnesota bat in extra innings. But you got to take the leap of faith. You got to pick the team before. Like, you can't say, I'm going to wait for, like, Minnesota to get no runs in extra innings.
Yeah, and minus
and then
300,
take Cleveland.
Like,
you got to man up before and say, all right, we'll go with Cleveland, and we'll see what number we get here. Because I'm curious to see. Let's see what it drops from. It's minus 150 right now. Going to extra innings is going to become a pick 'em, I would say, like minus 120, Cleveland type thing.
Yeah, I might. You know what? I think you're on it though, Gabe. I'm gonna. Now we have to see if it does drop to the range. Maybe I'm not betting minus 140, like minus 150. But if this goes quick, I think you're spot on. I think we grab the Guardians because even if the Twins score, it's not like Cleveland will be out of it, right?
No. And it's great. It's almost like football overtime. If you don't score, suddenly you got a runner on second, and you're the home team. Yeah. And the home team and the home team at home will be more likely, Kevin, to bunt the runner over type thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You're on the road here. Minnesota's gonna be swinging for the fences against extra innings, right? Somebody crack a home run, try to distance it because they kind of know, one run's not really gonna seal it for us. Cleveland knows, if they get there, one run. So I can sort of see Cleveland playing the small ball, which teams don't like to do, even with the ghost runner, Kevin, right?
Yeah.
It's rare that teams actually bunt a guy over and give up the out. They don't like doing it in the modern. And then look, we got a little argument going on here with the.
Yeah,
they challenged it. All right, they challenged it and won. They won the challenge. Cleveland's jerseys really look like the movie Major League today. I can't help but look. I'm like, you guys really look like the team from the movie. They really do.
I thought for a second they had the no buttons. I actually think it's an underused look in Major League Baseball, Gabe. It's like the old age jerseys. They didn't have the buttons. It just kind of like the shirt.
The V-neck thing. Yeah, they do have the buttons, but yeah.
It's an underused look.
I have a few of those from the old days. This is a classic example, Kevin, of the sports book and the grading situation we talked about yesterday. They had the inning finished with 3 outs. It's not.
No.
It's not finished. See, just that little quick, like they're too quick to... They're so quick, they decided, it's out. But no, it got challenged. So, like, the computer, like these little things like that. We talked about sportsbooks grading systems yesterday. So, suddenly, maybe this game doesn't go to extra innings. But back to the soccer right now. Wow. Benfica's plus 235 now. Doesn't look like they're in a 78-minute. We're in a 76-minute with our total here. Still 1-0 right now.
I'm not sure they even get the goal again. Like, it's not a World Cup game. I don't got great eyes on the game. So I'm not going to go in again, Gabe. I'm like, you know what? There's no goal, but I'm not sure there's a goal here.
I don't want to even say it out loud, but I will. I made a mistake and double clicked it. The under. I did it twice.
Oh.
And not only did I did it twice, I did it bigger the second time. Because the number changed.
Because you didn't. Oh, really?
Yeah. So I got it at the plus money at 2.5. And then after I looked up, I'm like, I don't think I got that stupid. I don't think I got to bet it. And I looked, I'm like, it's minus 175 right now. So I went bigger on that. I was like, I'll get it in anyways. And then I realized, I'm like, no, I did get the original one in. And then I was like, oh, God. I wasn't planning on betting that much on this game. You know what I'm saying?
Now all of a sudden, like you're either rolling into the CFL slate feeling awesome,
and I freaked out, Kevin. I told you during the break. I said, "Damn, I thought they just scored. Midland just scored, but it was the Benfica game I was watching because it was 1-1. I was like 1-1. I was like, oh, what? And speaking of which, you can't. How about this, guys? St. Gallen 2, Benfica 1. Whoa is right. Big upset in the making.
You know what?
We got to make a mental note of this in like 2 weeks to slam Benfica at home
next
in the
week,
over.
I think.
All right. Yeah. Mental note, everybody. Write it down. Benfica will need goals. They'll need goals at home. Total's going to be like 4.5, though. Like, the books aren't stupid.
Yeah, it is. But, Gabe, I almost wonder right now, what do you think about over 3.5 here? Or the draw or anything? No?
There's only, you figure Benfica would be hell-bent on scoring another goal to get a draw out of this.
Like, you got to, I'm curious. These matches do have stats. Let's see how lobs.
You know what, though? Like, dude, this is a real result, Kevin. I'm seeing, as you stated, you're at my mind. St. Gallen, 16 shots, 6 shots on target. Benfica, 11 shots, 4 shots on target.
Wow. But you know what? Benfica.
Oh, God, Benfica just nearly scored as we speak.
Oh, so we might have to.
They got a quarter kick. This is crazy. This crowd is insane there. It's raining, too. It's like all misty and like, this is like this is real Euro here.
You know, to your point, right, Gabe? This will be like the biggest result for St. Gallen ever. Even if they're going to lose on the wraparound.
Yeah, like their crowd, like you said, this crowd is like over the top right now. Like,
right? Yeah. Like, we just beat Benfica. Are we going to go to Champions League?
Like Benfica, one of the Portuguese league powers. That's what I love about this. That's what I love about this tournament is that it's open for everybody, Kevin. You know what I mean? You play yourself into it. Except I don't like that. There's like I saw one of the teams, their stadium literally only holds like 3,500 people, 4,500 people, whatever, and they can't play at home. They're going to play in their city, but they're playing in their region or whatever. It's not, UEFA won't allow it, like, basically. It's like,
it's just way too small.
It can't handle the media. Like, that's the whole thing. It's like, it's not an insult. Like, no, we'd love to come to your little stadium in your little town.
Yeah.
But it's the Champions League. You guys can't handle 200 TV trucks, like, and stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know what? It's a fair point, but that does stink. We'll get you a live update on the other side.
Come in a lot more better prepared to play than say we did, having to learn some of the things that we learned coming into the NFL that we weren't learning in college. A lot of these kids are getting quarterback coaches, as far back as junior high school and all the way through high school into college. So I think the position is a lot more stronger than it's ever been.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
Atlanta should be the team to step up and secure him.
Yeah, Atlanta's really interesting because they're much further down the list at only 8% right now on Kalshi, but this is a team that has constantly come up in terms of GMs thinking, or the reports suggesting that GMs are thinking that Atlanta Braves are the dark horse team to kind of swoop in there and get Scoogle, and that's going to be something that we should pay attention to.
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
Wembanyama goes to the park and plays chess against people. Like, I saw him come in with a book today. Yeah. He walked in with a book, Kevin. He had a bunch of books in his hand. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, he's the only NBA player that actually walks in with a book that actually read it.
Yeah. It's a good take. Yeah.
Shot of LeBron.
Listen,
I couldn't help it.
I knew that I was trying to cut you off before you said the name.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
Class is in session. Today, let's talk about the teaser. A teaser is a multi-leg bet where you shift the point spread in your favor. You get better numbers, but every selection has to win. It doesn't matter what you bet if you don't have the insights. Tune into SportsGrid and get ahead of the class.
Okay, guys, live on SportsGrid. We're going to jump in with the Guardians here after they did, put a little threat up to the dish game in their half inning at the bottom of the ninth. They didn't cash in, but we're thinking that gives us an oh, come on now. I can't get in on time. This thing's driving me nuts.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't tell me the Twins just like, let me go. I'll tell you, there's a lot of stuff going on. We're bouncing around, but I got in on it as well. I got minus 135, Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah, it's moving. It's very funny, but baseball like this, it'll move by the pitch. Like a
5 cents a pitch.
Goes
5
crazy.
cents a pitch,
exactly.
Yeah. 5 cents a pitch, everybody. That's what baseball does. If it's a strike, it goes up 5 cents. If it's a ball, it goes down 5 cents, and like etc. A lot of balls being thrown right now by Cleveland, like not even close to the plate here.
Now I'm feeling like because I was so late. Oh, but now I'm too late. It looks like because now this is what happens when you get greedy. I think
one pop up and it just went to minus 250. Wow, with one out only, minus 250.
Yeah, great bet by you. I was late pulling the trigger.
I didn't wait, Kevin. I was like, we're not going to get a better number. We were searching during the line, during the break, me and Kevin. I was like, I just got to put this in on 135 because I knew this would happen. I can't miss out. I was like, I got to click it right now.
It's funny, but now I'm trying to figure out what I wanted.
Like, minus 260 now, 270.
But that's almost what I'm saying, Gabe, right? Like
it's almost like you're betting the number. Now you're almost like, you got to take the Twins. One hit.
Twins, that's ridiculous, but it is what I'm tempted to do a little bit. The Guardians are going to send up 8-9-1. Like, they're not setting up the heart of the order next inning.
But it was a sharp segment, or at least, we're trying. It's one thing to just sit here and, give picks and stuff, but, we gave the strategy behind this, as we stated, right?
Mm-hmm,
what did I say? You've got to do it when Minnesota are batting, right? And boom, we stepped up. We got the 135. All it took was an out, and suddenly it's 280 right now. Looks like there's another out coming here. Let's see, strikeout. All right, so it's 280 right now, guys. It's amazing how the number switches, huh? And I'll look like a genius if Cleveland plays small ball home after, because they can't.
Yes, you will.
Right, everybody sort of wants to be the hero here. You're on the road. You want to put up a couple of runs. I get it. You're not going to play for one run knowing the home team can do the same thing to you after. But if you're Cleveland and if you get out of this, that's all you got to do. You got to run on second, get them over to third, somebody pop out to center field, game over. Bingo. There's your win.
Yep. Because I'm so late. Now, if by some miracle Larnach gets on, walk, whatever, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, this goes right back down. Exactly.
So that's the thing. If that happens, I'll be interested. It does feel like the Guardians might go to you were saying, minus 280 or whatever it might be. I wouldn't be shocked if they're minus 370 at this point now. If they don't give up a run, I might have to bet the Twins on the other side of it. I don't
know if I've ever seen anything like this, though, to be honest. What a flip. I thought, dude, my prediction was they'll go. I said, let's get it in now at the 130 because this thing will be minus 175, 185 or something after.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think minus 270. They're not even out of the inning, and it's minus 270, Kevin.
It's remarkable.
And this picture's a lot like the dude on the Rays. He's all over the place. Not like he's throwing a bunch of strikes here.
No, it's not like that at all. So let's see kind of how these at-bats go and what we end up with here.
310 right now.
Yeah, so he must get out. It must go to 2.
All right, so the runner's on third base. It was a really nice play by the second baseman. Bad luck for Minnesota. It was a strangely hit ball, kind of hard, but they had the little mini, I know you're not allowed to shift, but they were positioned properly for the player. It was a nice play by the second baseman, but because he was where he was, they knew. It's the one thing that the modern team is really good at with baseball. They're really good at knowing where guys are going to hit balls. They don't play around with that. The Dodgers are the kingpins of it. Because Dodgers aren't the Dodgers are a little older and stuff like that. And they used to, a couple of years ago, Kevin, 4 or 5 years ago, Max Muncy wasn't the best defender. And they weren't great on defense. They were okay. Now look at them, right? They made an effort. Bring in a guy like Tommy Edman, right? But they really, the Dodgers are really a big analytic team, right? Mm-hmm. They really believe in stand where we tell you to stand. Like, they really do. Like, they're like, hey, move over. This guy is going to hit the ball to you. And the Dodger players even say, like, our staff are geniuses. They're like, I don't know how they do it. They're like, I don't know how they do it. The ball gets hit right to me all the time. Like, they credit like little things that people don't talk about, like that stuff like that. But like the positioning, the Dodger players all say, man, our organization, they just put us in the right place all the time. Like, where the ball's going to go.
It's no joke.
And it's a couple of feet matters, right, Kevin? Like, back up. No, this guy's going to like line it right over there. Like they're very aware of it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, and again, I'm not Gabe. No, I'm not going like head to head with Gabe. Basically, like, and I'm sure you didn't go crazy on the Guardians live. I'm getting the Twins at 3-1. I'm gonna make a small play on the Guardians or the Twins. Excuse me, the Twins.
Oh my God, it's minus 500 right now.
I'm almost tempted to bet the 3.5. Quite frankly,
can I just cash out? Let me see if it's minus 500. Can I just cash?
Honestly, it's a good point, right?
I actually could. I actually could for a profit. Believe it or not, I placed a bet on a game. It's still tied. I could cash out for a profit right now. That's wild. That's pretty crazy.
I just took. What do I want to do here? I'm going to take the over 3.5 at plus 210. The only way I could win the Twins bet, right, is if Cleveland doesn't score here. And then both of these teams will have, like, top of the order, meat of the order coming up. And if by some miracle the Twins hit a walk-off home run, I win. Like, I could win the over 3.5 in this half.
We see this often where, like, no one will score. That's the thing with me with the Ghost Runner. It's like, we give you the Ghost Runner, you guys still can't score. Right? But oftentimes, like, they don't score, and then in the 12th, both teams will score, like, 9 runs.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh.
They come in a lot more better prepared to play than, say, we did, having to learn some of the things that we learned coming into the NFL that we weren't learning in college. A lot of these kids are getting quarterback coaches, as far back as junior high school and all the way through high school into college. So I think the position is a lot more stronger than it's ever been.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
Atlanta should be the team to step up and secure him.
Yeah, Atlanta's really interesting because they're, much further down the list at only, 8% right now on Kalshi. But this is a team that has constantly come up in terms of GMs thinking, or the reports suggesting that GMs are thinking that Atlanta Braves are the dark horse team to kind of swoop in there and get Skubal. And that's going to be something that, we should pay attention to.
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
Wembanyama goes to the park and plays chess against people. Like, I saw him come in with a book today. Yeah. He walked in with a book, Kevin. He had a bunch of books in his hand. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, he's the only NBA player that actually walks in with a book that actually read it.
Yeah. It's a good take. It's a good take. Yeah.
Shot of LeBron. Listen, I couldn't help it.
I knew that I was trying to cut you off before you said the name.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
Class is in session. Today, let's talk about the teaser. A teaser is a multi-leg bet where you shift the point spread in your favor. You get better numbers, but every selection has to win. It doesn't matter what you bet if you don't have the insights. Tune into SportsGrid and get ahead of the class.
Let's get after this, guys. Gabe called it. The only problem is a plan is half the battle.
See, I
You
should
have
be
to
the manager,
execute
Kevin.
the
Yeah.
plan.
See, I called this, guys. I said Cleveland will get this to extra innings. They'll get, if Minnesota don't score, they'll play small ball. They got the runner on second, get the guy over to third. They try to do it, and this loser can't get the bunt down.
He strikes out. He strikes out. He looked like me seeing a curveball. Now
Like,
we're
honestly,
in business.
I always used to wonder, why don't you guys bunt more in extra innings with the guy on second? They can't do it. They can't do it. Like, you're better off saying, all right, jackass, just swing the effing bat, bro, because I know you'll screw this up.
Gabe, what have you seen
he did
the
screw
new
it up.
money
He
line
did
at?
screw it up. And now you can't do it now. You can't do it one out. Like, thanks, buddy. You have one job. Get the ball. Like, how hard is this?
And also
Stand
the
up
9
there.
hitters up.
Tuck. I used to be the leadoff hitter on my baseball team. I was a great bunter. Like, it's not that hard. Anytime the pitcher was too good, I just dragged out a bunt down the third baseline. And I was like, all right, screw you. I'm on first. You guys can't defend that. Like, dude, how hard is this, Kevin? You're a professional base. To me, laying down a bunt, Kevin, is like making a free throw. It's like it should be fundamentally like just something that you should be able to do in your sleep.
I hear you. I get why it's not. I do more than most.
See,
Just
analytics,
because, like,
nerd jerks.
It's not that, Gabe. If I ever watched, and I know it's not like, if Aaron Judge ever squared for a bunt, I'd put my fist through the TV. I don't care the situation. Now,
you don't
the
ask Aaron
problem
Judge.
is, no, right. You're like, well, I'm not asking. I'm asking the 8 hitter. The thing is, like, the 8 hitter has to be a star hitter at some point in his life where they don't work on bunting. It's that they don't practice it now. All I know is if this 9 hitter gets out and all of a sudden, because the Guardians can still win this game in the bottom of the 11th, this will be a real tease for me, holding the over 3.5 here.
I should have just cashed out. I could have cashed out for the profit and had a nice little laugh about this. I got to watch this. Like I said, it's like watching a movie Major League. Yeah, you know, it's down to minus 185 now. You can't make that up.
Isn't that insane?
Think about that swing, guys. You could have gotten you did. Did you get on the Twins at plus 350? Now
I only played the over. I thought it was the
imagine
better
now,
bet.
guys, with the in-game betting strategy. So you could have gotten the Twins, and it was a 1-1 game still. I could have cashed out. I didn't. I could have made the money, but just think now. So you could have gotten the Twins at plus 350. Let's say the Twins take the lead in the next inning. Suddenly you're getting Cleveland at plus money. Then you got both teams at plus money after.
You know what?
This has
That'll be
been
my
wild
next bet.
swings. Yeah, like if Minnesota take the lead by 1 or something, Kevin, suddenly Cleveland will be plus 160, plus 180, and you get them.
Yep. And that'll be tempting because if they can get past Stephen Kwan here, Jose Ramirez, Gabe, will lead off the bottom of the 11th, I'm pretty sure. So you'll feel great about that. Now, getting through Stephen Kwan's no easy task.
He's been struggling recently, though.
Yeah. He's
the
2
last-
for 3 today.
Good.
He's 2
Come
for
on,
3
Kwan.
today.
Finish this off.
Hopefully. Now, see, you're being greedy. I got to get my over 3.5.
Oh, sorry.
Well, if he hits a
sorry,
home run, that'd be great. No. But I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Oh, sorry. Breaking news, Kevin. Vladimir Guerrero just popped out again.
No, what's his deal, Gabe?
And they got to
Like,
run
what
on
is
second
his
base.
deal?
They had a leadoff double to start the inning, and he pops out right away. All right, here's my boy Ernie Clement. I got the over 1.5 total bases. There's a runner on. Here it is. Ernie's going to get another hit. I'm going to win my bet again. And Jay's going to take a lead here because of my boy Ernie Clement. Not really my boy, but I bet on him today.
Oh, I didn't even realize. You probably said it, so I missed it. That's my bad. I didn't realize Tampa tied it. I really did.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Wow, Yandy Diaz. Well, so they get out of it.
Okay, and
game?
we win the soccer, Kevin, under 2.5. I was just like, there's a lot going on. The game's over.
Awesome.
Game's
awesome.
1-0 final. 1-0 final.
Gabe, I just saw the total check in at 4.5. Like minus 110 either side. Like they have to adjust it to where in the lineup you are. And I think to your point, you said this, and I couldn't agree more with it. When you don't get runs in the 10th, when the 11 rolls around, everybody scores like 3 times. Like, it
Yeah,
gets crazy.
this thing really could open up. I got a 3.5 here. Over 3.5 is minus 125.
Gabe, I think that's a great bet. I see a 3.5 minus 140. I don't see. I see 4.5s. And that's my opinion. I think a 3.5 here. I think both these teams score. I think both these teams could score multiple runs.
And Minnesota all the way down to plus 115 now.
Live on SportsGrid, in-game live. Kevin Walsh, Gabriel Morency. We are following the Major League Baseball board. We've popped into the soccer. We'll preview your CFL tonight, which I know for really a lot of you, if you're looking for late-night action, that's where you're going to have to go.
And
we're
it's
really
on CBS Sports Network.
Beautiful. So everyone's going to be able to get to
And
it.
Kevin,
We're
tonight,
really-
great example, great opportunity for you to watch. No Yankee game. No
yeah.
WNBA bets. Like, I get it. No soccer. Kevin's obsessed with soccer now. No soccer. 9 o'clock
Manchester
Eastern.
United play tomorrow.
Who they play?
I'm already dialed in. Rosenberg. So it's a must-win, Gabe. It's a must-win. I got it circled on my calendar.
Normally, too, I guess we're not getting it this year because of the World Cup and MLS is back, but not really. Like I talked about, they're playing against the Mexican teams now. We used to get that, Kevin, the exhibition games, right? It'd be like Manchester against the Whitecaps, or Chelsea would play, you know what I mean? Or like the All-Star game. The other one was cool.
Of those coming.
Manchester United would be the All-Star game. Like, they could be a big sort of power. They play the MLS All-Stars and stuff.
Yes.
Like, hopefully we get a couple of these, like, in August.
Yeah, we're going to get a couple of those good friendlies. They're not, you're right. They used to come to the States, it felt like, every summer. They're not coming this year. I'm guessing because of the World Cup. I'm guessing they're nobody wants to come back. We were just
and
here.
Kevin, it's fun, though, like, if you're a fan of, like, a Chelsea or a Man U, because that's their first game. It's almost like their first preseason game. It's like, this is the first time this guy's playing for the team today and stuff.
Yep, 100%.
And they don't like losing to the American team, so they try, right? They're like, we're not losing to an MLS team. So, like, let's score 3-4 goals on them, right? And I've always enjoyed that. But like you said, the World Cup, everybody's maxed out. Look, Messi's not even playing. Yeah, I saw that. How about that goal? You know, MLS.
You saw it finally, huh?
It had to be like their first goal back too. That had to go viral. Everyone. Oh, this is MLS is back. Oh, this is look what Messi returned to. No wonder he didn't want to play. Like, blah blah blah. All that stuff.
It's a shame.
Hey, LAFC though, we told you they're going to start dialing it up. Nice performance by them last night.
Yeah, I know, but the San Jose. Seattle got cracked again. That team stinks.
Seattle's got real problems, bro. They've been outscored 8-2 since they've come back.
Yeah, they're not good. So they've got issues.
Sounders are sounding like crap.
Portland game snuck over, which was about the only thing I got right yesterday. Was the Portland game sneaking over? I was happy.
Yeah, 2-2 fun. So did the Portland women's game last night. I got in on that in game.
They covered.
Yeah, and they covered. And a good call by you. The Mystics actually win the game outright, even though Asia Wilson goes off.
I couldn't believe it.
So
I thought
you guys, you can't make this up, guys. Like the numbers. I know where he's
going. Yeah,
Guardians are back to minus 500 now.
It's so funny. I almost want to lay it. I'm not going to. It's obviously for no reason.
You can't make this up.
But I want to I want to.
This isn't normal, man. And a bet goes from 125 to minus 500 to 145 to 500. It's a tie game. Yeah. Like the computer is convinced Cleveland wins this game. It's almost like this is a fixed game.
No.
We know Cleveland win. Don't worry, they're gonna win.
But look, I'll say this much. This isn't really Gabe or I's style, but whatever. No matter what happens, we both made good bets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
if you take the Minnesota Twins right now at plus 350, I got no problem with that. And sharps like Chris Kofsky and Master Control got in on the Guardians at minus 122. No problem with that either.
And I did say I'm gonna. Well, I wanted Minnesota to score, and then I was gonna play Cleveland.
The ballsy one now, Kevin, is the over 3.5 because it's plus 195. Cleveland get a man on and smoke a home run. There it is.
I'm hoping Jose Ramirez just hits a 2-run shot here, and we can be done with this game.
Oh, they just walked him, so they got runners on. They walked him. Yeah, they walked him.
That's interesting.
The run would count on the home run, though. The runs would count if they hit a home run. Yeah.
Yes. That's the only. That's interesting. I mean, I don't blame them with the walk. Force outs everywhere.
Yeah, so now Chase the Lauder up. All right, come on, Chase. Make them pay for this. They think you suck.
Even
Let's
that,
go.
drop the number, Gabe. Walking, not on one book.
Yeah, it went from -5 to minus 450. They went down, not up. That goes, now because now the double play is in play here. It was a smart move by Minnesota to do this, but you got to make them pay. Jays took a 2-1 lead again, too.
Did Clement get it?
No.
Oh.
Springer.
Springer's having a nice little game.
Yeah, I think Springer brought it home again. I think Bieber has any strikeouts. I haven't really paid attention to that. But every time I look up, he's pitching well, but
he has one.
Yeah, a lot of ground outs. He's doing a nice job, but they're swinging at early pitches and he's inducing a ton of ground balls. So he's just cruising along. He's only thrown 53 pitches right now, but he hasn't, the juice isn't there and the strikeouts aren't there. Come on. That was a dangerous pitch to take, I got to tell you, for the Lauder there.
Well, they challenged it. Do you like the ABS?
No.
I like it. I actually think it's a really good balance because I actually used to be on the extreme, Gabe. I wanted just the strike zone to be automatic and the umpire would relay what the robot says, which was actually, and I was wrong. That would have been too much. This is a good little balance here.
No, it actually
adds some tension. Fans are into it. I like it.
I personally think, Kevin, it's been a good look for the umpires, actually.
Yeah.
I think the ABS has sort of proven that they're not all that. They're pretty good at their jobs. You know what I mean? There's a lot of guys. It's you're right. You see it, Kevin. It's you're right, bro. If the ump's wrong and you want to challenge it, it's you were right, bro. By a millimeter on a computer screen that the ball touched that. Okay, you win. But the
There's
human
a few
element,
bad ones.
and it goes.
There's
Yeah, but it goes.
a-
I was gonna say though, the bad ones are almost by design, Kevin. It's almost like old school NBA refs. They're not bad refs. They know what they're doing. They just like
Changing my
screwing
opinion.
people.
I don't like the ABS anymore because the Guardians are going to flip a strikeout into a walk. Oh, they didn't.
Oh, look, it caught it. It caught. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like if you're a batter and you're like, you suck up, and that's not. It's like, shut up, bro. Caught the corner of the plate. Sit your ass down. Right? Like that's what I'm saying. The Guardians just got called out on it.
Like
And it's
I'm
funny,
sitting
too, because
here
if
watching
you
on
don't challenge
TV.
everything, you might even end up with a walk. It's like, guys, like stop screwing around with every pitch. Like, you know what I mean? Just live with the pitch. Like we don't like the call. Like, you know, you're gonna talk yourself into a strikeout. You just did.
You like Gabe, like there were a couple of guys on the Yankees that are like, hey, listen, you're not allowed to challenge anymore. You're not
Because they're
good at
wrong
it.
all the time. Or they just think they're because I have to be right. Yeah.
Yep. Like you're literally not good at it. It's not because you're it's not because you're bad and we shouldn't be using it, which by the way is also true. Like you should not. They should all be reserved for Aaron Judge. But
so you're saying
just
that Aaron Boone just like can't believe any of his players if they tell him, "Hey, challenge this," right? You're like, "No, dude, we don't."
Okay, like Jazz, you know Susie Waldman, sweet as can be, does the games on radio. She started a break. She goes, Jazz can't keep doing this. He doesn't know when the balls are strike. Like this is out of control. Like she was getting hot for real.
That's the thing. There's certain guys in the league that have the respect of umpires, right? That don't bitch and or no. Like Will Smith has that.
Yeah.
Like Will Smith, Will Smith can turn around and tell him that was not a strike. And the ump will believe him. Like, I know, Will, I know. Like, you know what I mean? Because he's a catcher, but he has that credibility of that's not a strike. But you can't be that guy. And you know what? I see it in the CFL. The guy got rejected last week, Kevin. There's a receiver in the CFL, bro. Every play, Kevin, he came up. Challenge. Where's the flag? Like a wide receiver. It's like, dude, catch the ball. You weren't interfered with any of the times you thought you were. Right? But like he's yelling at the coach, like pointing at the scoreboard, like the screen challenge. And the coach is just ignoring him, Kevin. Like, it's like, I don't care, dude. Like, what do you think?
All right, guys, back here with the never-ending game in Cleveland. Top 12, 1-1. This is nuts.
The Twins are plus 105 now.
Gabe, the books have given up on the total, and they're not even posting it anymore. Like
I got a 3.5 still. It's just sitting here at 3.5 still.
No, I got multiple books. They're like, we're done. We're not posting.
But think
total.
about this.
Like,
they
whatever.
put the ghost runner in baseball so these games wouldn't drag on. Like, that's how bad the modern baseball player is. Like, they can hit home runs and they can throw the ball fast. They can't do anything. Kevin, you got, dude, we've had 4 combined innings with a free runner. That's like a leadoff double, 4 innings in a row, and neither team can score. And I don't see Goose Gossage on the hill right now. I don't see Mariano Rivera. I don't see Trevor Hoffman pitching. These guys can barely get the ball over home plate. It's just bad.
Tony Gwynn would never let this happen.
Tony Gwynn's like rolling in his grave right now. May he rest in peace. Like Tony Gwynn, like, do you imagine showing Tony Gwynn this hitting?
You like that shout by me though, huh? You like
That's
that
like
Tony Gwynn respect?
Yeah, great reference. Showing Tony Gwynn this display of hitting would be like showing Mozart Justin Bieber's halftime show at the World Cup.
Did you see Wayne Rooney was real angry? I saw like a English media channel. They go, I love the halftime show. It was so bad that I know that we won't have to do it 4 years from now. They go, that was what I love.
They didn't buy into it at all. Like, they give them their credit. They stood their ground about it. Like, what they said to Wayne Rooney, Wayne, what did you think about it? He goes, I thought the best part of it was when it just ended. That was total crap. Like, they just all hammered the hell out of it. Right? And I guess they were forced to show it, too. That was the whole thing, right? The networks weren't forced to do the hydration break. But they were forced to show the halftime show.
Yeah, what else are you going to do? Kick it to the booth?
Well, the Germans didn't want to do it. There were a few networks that were like, yeah, we're not going to show the halftime show. We're not doing this. We're going to have our own studio show. And they were told, you can't show the game. Like, there's certain things that FIFA, demanded that you must show. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. And the halftime show was one of them, that it was part of the broadcast, that you had to show it. And it's funny because I didn't think it really sucked. I didn't really care that much. And we're used to it, I guess, in America, Kevin, because, the halftime shows. Like you and I said, honestly, look, it added 13 minutes. Halftime's 15 minutes at the World Cup. This was 27 and a half, 28 minutes. And me and Kevin timed it, and guys were timing it for us, and it was like 7 minutes to get it ready, 7 minutes to get it. Like, it wasn't the end of the world. If they could just shave off 7 minutes, Kevin, you know what I mean? Like, somehow, have the stage, let's roll it out, get it out, or, whatever. But I don't think they're going to want this in Spain.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, no, how about we run some bulls then? We'll have a matador out here. We're not doing that.
Well, I'll be so honest. Guys, there's enough time in between World Cups where you can forget, and being from here, when they said there was a halftime show, I didn't bat an eye at it. Of course there's a halftime show. There's a halftime show at everything. Yeah, so I didn't know that. Obviously I had found out. You know what I mean? I didn't find out day of.
Did you see the Fox quote though today? I tweeted about this.
No.
Just angered me so much, and he was right though, and it's something that I said. He said the hydration breaks were great for the sport and helped the underdogs, and it helped keep games close, and that was discussed. I told you. I don't like. I told everybody that. They're even admitting. I really don't like that. He even admitted. I'll give you the exact quote here. I'll get you the quote. Here we go. They admitted it.
Can I say? I think, Gabe. I'm not saying it's not true. I think they're trying to give you a different reason why they love it, other than the reason we know they really love it, which is the money.
Yeah, which was the money.
At the end of the day, Gabe, if you really think about it, you're the big networks, or you don't want upsets.
It's funny, you're right.
Cape Verde upsetting Argentina would have been a disaster.
Because it was all for, like you said, he's trying to spin it away from the fact that they made $250 million alone on it. Fox Sports CEO praises hydration breaks for preventing blowouts. It's probably been a positive for the game. Fox Sports CEO Eric Shanks is an advocate for keeping these breaks for these reasons. In an interview with Variety magazine, I think it made the games closer. The World Cup had fewer blowouts. It makes a difference for players to be able to collect their thoughts. It's probably been a positive for the game.
Collect their thoughts. What, these guys aren't thinking while they're playing? You can't be serious. That's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard.
It's actually just insulting. Can you imagine, though, Kevin, like the rest of the world, like America pays attention to the World Cup like once in the last 100 years, and they want to change the fabric of the sport? Yeah. That's it's insulting. It'd be like you and me. Like if we went, we went to like Australia and started telling them, your AFL football, you really, we're going to put a break here. We think it needs a TV timeout here. And you know what? We think that Madonna should play now in between the quarter. Like, what? It's like you'd get punched in the face. Like, imagine if someone from Brazil started telling you what to do with the NFL. Like, wouldn't you tell them, shut up, dude? Like, right? You watch the Super Bowl, you want to change our rules of our league?
Here's what I don't like. Here's the thing. When they put the hydration
the other one
break
too, like the Americans. Oh, I like Taylor Twellman. Like, I like Twellman, but Mbappe's golden boot, not the asterisk. Shut the hell up, bro.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Like, very dude, dumb. Bro, you play the MLS, bro. Like, you don't have a say in this conversation. Like, you know what I mean?
You know what I think would be a much better approach, honestly, Gabe? And maybe they don't want to start fights. They should say, why are the Europeans complaining about the hydration break? They wouldn't stop complaining about how hot it was. We put it in because of them. They were the ones who were scared of playing in Miami. They were the ones who were scared of playing in Texas.
They still don't like it. At least they still don't like it.
No, Gabe, of course not. My point is, instead of pretending they were trying to give Saudi Arabia a chance, just be like,
they didn't even want
we did it because your guys were scared. Thank gosh.
Well, remember the best one was Jordan, Algeria got a water break. They're both in the desert.
Come in a lot more better prepared to play than say we did, having to learn some of the things that we learned coming into the NFL that we weren't learning in college. A lot of these kids are getting quarterback coaches, as far back as junior high school and all the way through high school into college. So I think the position is a lot more stronger than it's ever been.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
Atlanta should be the team to step up and secure him.
Yeah, Atlanta's really interesting because they're much further down the list at only 8% right now on Kalshi, but this is a team that has constantly come up in terms of GMs thinking, or the reports suggesting that GMs are thinking that Atlanta Braves are the dark horse team to kind of swoop in there and get Scoogle, and that's going to be something that we should pay attention to.
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
Wembanyama goes to the park and plays chess against people. I saw him come in with a book today. Yeah. He walked in with a book, Kevin. He had a bunch of books in his hand. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, he's the only NBA player that actually walks in with a book that actually read it.
Yeah. It's a good take. Yeah.
Shot of LeBron.
Listen,
I couldn't help it.
I knew that I was trying to cut you off before you said the name.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
Class is in session. Today, let's talk about the teaser. A teaser is a multi-leg bet where you shift the point spread in your favor. You get better numbers, but every selection has to win. It doesn't matter what you bet if you don't have the insights. Tune into SportsGrid and get ahead of the class.
Back right here on Sports Grid. 3-1 Twins.
Wow.
How did that happen? How did that happen? By the way, both hits came with 2 outs. I thought we were going to go another scoreless half inning. That's really where I thought we were headed here.
I
Any
can't believe,
temptation
though,
to
that
bet
we
the
left it on
Guardians?
the table. You know, I'm not, Kevin, I'm not that guy. I don't like cashing out. I'm not sort of an arbitrage bettor. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Which,
I know.
if you're doing it for bigger units, I get it. And listen, I respect these guys. They make a lot of money doing it. And we could have done it. I could have cashed out with a profit, would have won one game. A smart, sort of money guy would have said, dude, take your money, right? Nah, I want the full bet. No. Then, you said, man, get the Twins at plus 350. I even said it out loud. Guys, and if the Twins score, we're going to get the Guardians at a plus money price, and you can win money either way. Here we are right now. Suddenly the Guardians are plus 625. It's insane.
It's incredible.
We really left money on the table. We gave people a great lesson in in-game betting. Now it's plus 400. Just went down, back down. We talked about the total at 4.5. At 4.5. I'm going to do it. I say they score a run, Kevin. I'm going over 4.5.
I like that bet a lot.
They might not win. Maybe they lose 3-2, but I say they get at least one in here. And we even called it that, you get to the 12th or whatever, and a lot of stupid stuff happens. We could be alive for more craziness.
No, I agree with you. I really do. I'm trying to find.
They just locked it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, these books are not like.
No, I'm getting it in. All right, I'm in. Over 4.5. Cleveland, you better at least score a run here. I'm going to snap if you guys can't, if we lose 3-1.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I know this is famous last words. I would be a little surprised if they didn't score, honestly. Right,
Jack Anderson's coming in now.
They haven't, to not score yet. Look at this. These things move so quickly, man. Sometimes I do this to myself. I have too many options. I bounce between every book looking for the best number.
Yeah.
And then it moves so quick, I end up getting nothing in. So let's do...
It's up still 4.5 right now. You got to get it in because the first pitch is coming. They're about to throw the first pitch right now.
I'm going to do... Look at this. This is
all right, so Hoskins is up. They brought in Travis Bazana to pinch run at second base here.
Yeah.
Australian first overall pick from a couple of years ago.
I just you know what I just did? I just took a small piece of the Guardians. All right?
Yeah.
And if Hoskins doesn't whatever it is out or something, I'll play the 4.5 again, kind of. So that's kind of I'm starting though with a Guardians bet. A little because I just hit my over 3.5 game.
Yeah, you should play a little house money now. Yeah. So
exactly.
Keep it rolling.
I got some room to move here a little bit.
The soccer game was good for me, actually, that I double-clicked it. My stupidity actually paid off.
But it's...
here's Hoskins swinging and missing.
Oh, boy.
2 times in a row.
I just think with the soccer, we put too much time in to not, keep up, if you know what I mean.
I'm telling you, dude. It's great, though, Kevin. It's always been my thing, even at nighttime. At the end of the day, there's always, like I said, there's happy hour somewhere all the time, right? The Chinese league, the Japanese league plays overnight, right? The Middle East, there's always these different leagues, and it's a great spot. Sometimes on a Saturday college football, I'm I really don't have the best day, but let me hammer this Australian soccer game at 2 a.m. and get it all back. Doesn't always go our way, but when you watch it enough, you sort of get a feel for the in game. And like I said, we practice what I preach, Kevin, and we talked about it. Red cards don't mean goals. How many casuals out there? How many people bet more at that time? Said, "Oh, look, they're down a man. They're going to lose 3-0 now for sure." No, it tightens up. It makes it harder to score often when the team has a red card.
I would say pre-World Cup, Gabe, that's probably where I would have been. I would have been looking to make that kind of move. Oh, red card. This thing's got to go crazy. And obviously, that's
see,
not
it doesn't.
How it goes.
It doesn't. It's not a power play in hockey. It's not quite the same. Oh, Vladimir Guerrero with a single.
Oh, look at that.
Here comes Ernie Clement. So Hoskins strikes out.
Yeah.
Could you guys put a ball in play here? God,
that's
they're
what I'm
15
trying
to 1,
to...
plus 1,500 on the money line. That's not a good
so they
call.
must. So this guy must be out. Arias must be out, right?
He's lined into a double play.
No, I got it in front of me. It wasn't a double play. We'll be right back. Quick break here, guys.
Oh, was it a one hopper?
Come in a lot more better prepared to play than say we did, having to learn some of the things that we learned coming into the NFL that we weren't learning in college. A lot of these kids are getting quarterback coaches, as far back as junior high school and all the way through high school into college. So I think the position is a lot more stronger than it's ever been.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
Atlanta should be the team to step up and secure him.
Yeah, Atlanta's really interesting because they're much further down the list at only 8% right now on Kalshi, but this is a team that has constantly come up in terms of GMs thinking, or the reports suggesting that GMs are thinking that Atlanta Braves are the dark horse team to kind of swoop in there and get Scoogle, and that's going to be something that we should pay attention to.
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
Wembanyama goes to the park and plays chess against people. I saw him come in with a book today. Yeah. He walked in with a book, Kevin. He had a bunch of books in his hand. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, he's the only NBA player that actually walks in with a book that actually read it.
Yeah. It's a good take. It's a good take. Yeah.
Shot of LeBron.
Listen,
I couldn't help
I
it.
knew that I was trying to cut you off before you said the name.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
Class is in session. Today, let's talk about the teaser. A teaser is a multi-leg bet where you shift the point spread in your favor. You get better numbers, but every selection has to win. It doesn't matter what you bet if you don't have the insights. Tune into SportsGrid and get ahead of the class.
Game live, Twins Guardians, runner on third, 8-hitter was up. Bailey, the guy who couldn't get the bunt down for Gabe, he gets hit by a pitch. He's going to go to first base. 9-hitter's going to come up. Small play on the Guardians money line here. If the Guardians can, if the 9-hitter can get on base.
They didn't give him the hit by pitch.
I don't understand. I
Guys,
don't
it
understand.
Hit the ball moved, Kevin. It hit his leg. Dude, you think he made up like him? Dude, it hit him. Look. That angle, it does. Now I'm seeing another angle like it. It looks like it went off his pants. It hit him and into the glove.
You can see the trajectory change.
You can see his. I know, and his pants moved. Yeah, his pants moved.
On the broadcast, they're like. On the broadcast game, I have it in my ear. They're like, I'm sorry, not one person saw that hit his leg in the.
We just reviewed this and they didn't get it right.
Not to mention, by the way, guys,
the catcher caught it, guys. So I understand live the ump is because the catcher caught it, but it literally went off his leg so fast right into the catcher's glove. It hit him, so he gets on anyways in the end. Baseball gods.
Yeah, but I don't like that. We just wasted. Bad pitches that could have gone to the 9-hitter.
Oh, I know.
9-hitter needs to come up patient. 9-hitter needs to come up patient here.
All right,
who do we have?
It is.
Halpin.
Yeah.
Has to be patient. He's a shiny 0 for 4 today. Do we have anybody in the... There we go. Beautiful. Pinch hitter. Schneeman. That's what we like to see here, Gabe. That's what we like to see here, Gabe.
Little Kyle Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber Jr.
You want to talk about, Chris just called him a contact machine. He's got a 207 batting average, but Chris just wants a single. Gabe wants a 3-run shot and this whole thing right now.
Hey, listen, I'd be happy. No, you know what? What I'd take a single up the middle, but give us a double in the gap here. Give us a double in the gap. Let's go.
I'm sitting here hoping for a walk or hit this guy.
I know. You want to get to the top of the order.
I just want Stephen Kwan to get up. I'm like positive he'll get a base hit.
This has been so frustrating, this game.
By the way, we've been betting this game for like an hour, and we've only been betting it 4 extra innings. Like, this is remarkable.
He takes strike 1.
No.
I can't get mad at that. I like it was a tricky pitch. It was a tricky pitch. So it was a good take.
He would have
grounded. He would have grounded that right back to the pitcher if he would have swung.
Yeah. Take the next pitch. This guy's got nothing.
Yeah. He took the next one and it was off. Yeah, exactly. But let's get on base. Get that walk. Get the bases loaded.
Yeah, I don't trust this pitcher.
I really do feel like major leagues. I'm Quaid in the outfield. I told you they're a bunch of losers. Losers! I knew it.
Come on.
Swing and miss. Son of a.
Why is he swinging? I mean, it was a strike, so I guess that's
I don't know. It was a little light. I thought it could have been low. Anderson's throwing some nice curves here. He's got some nice little movement. Like the ball is sort of coming in and dropping a bit.
Yeah.
But it's not like this heat type stuff. All right, so 2 strikes.
I just want to get it to Kwan. I just want to get this thing to Kwan. That's all we can ask for.
I feel like Bob Uecker. Well, after he pops out to the third baseman, we'll go to the post-game show.
All right, 2-2.
Come on, 2-2 count, man. Come on, buddy. Come on, Steven.
He's live here. He's working this at bat. He's putting pitchers on. Anderson will be rattled if Kwan can get up. Are we 3-2? I think you're ahead of me.
Yeah, he just popped out to the left fielder. The Twins win at plus 500.
No matter who won the game was going to be a winner at plus 500.
And somehow we lose the that's an anger.
Now we got to go back to this Jays game. You want to start ripping CFL picks?
Yeah, you know what? I am looking forward to the CFL game this evening. It's a good showcase game for CBS Sports Network. Like, these are 2 of the better teams in the CFL. I would say Saskatchewan's the second best team. They're defending champions, but I think Montreal's the best team, and Edmonton are 5-1. You are what your record says you are. So, division rivals. I talked about the setting earlier in the week, guys, about this game, in which a player on the Saskatchewan Roughriders got into a car accident on Saturday night. So the team was devastated. Then they find out a couple of days later that it was his fault and he was drunk and he killed somebody, killed a 22-year-old in another car. So they're honoring the victim tonight, but the players. So I think it's a tough spot for the home team. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they win, but to go through what they've gone through, to lose a teammate, and then to find out that was him, and then it's got to be weird for the team that, we're not honoring him tonight. We're going to honor the guy that he hit, right? So it's this weird dynamic with heavy hearts, right? And I don't like making light of this stuff from a handicap perspective, but Edmonton come in just for a football game, Kevin. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They don't have this drama and this hanging over their head, and they didn't lose a guy that their friend and so I'm expecting a close game. I'm surprised that the number is what it is. Like, people are almost buying into this like it's like a Disney movie. Oh, well, the home team's going to win and they face turmoil all week. Yeah, they might, but I don't want to lay 5 points. And by the way, the Edmonton Elks are 5-1 against the spread this year. So they've only not covered one football game that they played. And I'm getting 4.5 points in a division rivalry, and they're playing for first place. I need to take the points in this game. I think we're going to get there as far as the total is concerned. I think it gets over 57.5 tonight. I don't think it's like one of these into the 70s, but I think it barely gets there, but it gets to 59 or 60 or something like that. I do prefer the same game parlay / teaser with the Edmonton Elks 11.5 and over 44.5 at -125, which is a nice price for a same game parlay like that. Springer's having a great day. Another double for Springer. He's on second,
nice.
Nobody out.
Yeah, I'm just doing like a quick scan of some of the, Edmonton and Saskatchewan games here. And I know a lot of these games have been flying over, but 57 and a half, like you said, like
you need to know though that Edmonton for the last couple of years were terrible. Like they're suddenly good right now. So a lot of their past scores are a little bit deceptive, right? They're a better team now than they have been in like the last 10 years type of thing.
Yeah, I'm talking more so just scores from this season. And obviously every opponent is different. I get that.
Yeah.
Now,
no, but they
just
generally
curious,
play into the lower 50s. That's why I like the same game parlay more.
Yep. Gabe, are Saskatchewan off a bye week, or was their game canceled last week because of the
they're
incident?
off a bye week. They're off a bye week.
And does that weigh as much as it, like, in the NFL, if a team's off a bye, everyone's obsessed. You know what I mean?
No, it's not this so automatic type of deal. And Edmonton actually played last Thursday too. So like they've got like a 7-day. It's been a week since they played.
Right.
It's
okay.
like the CFL, there's only 9 teams, so they're used to the bizarro schedule that like gets thrown out at them. But they've been off for a week too. Saskatchewan have been off for Saskatchewan played on a Sunday. Like not past Sunday, but you know what I mean? Like 2 Sundays ago. Yeah. So like they've been off for 10 days or whatnot. But it should be a good game. One thing with Edmonton, their running back is all like an historic pace. Like he's on pace for like 2,000 yards type of thing. Rankin, Justin Rankin is just absolutely lighting it up. Some good quarterbacks in this game with Trevor Harris and Cody Fajardo. Cody Fajardo, the quarterback of the Edmonton Elks right now. We talked about him for the Nevada Wolfpack quarterback. Should be a really good game tonight. And as far as like touchdown score props are concerned, it's rare that you get Rankin at -170. Like the last game, he was -350. So you're getting Rankin at -170. That's not bad. And Austin Mack is the receiver that catches touchdowns for Edmonton. +115 touchdown score.
Keep rolling through right here on SportsGrid.
Come in a lot more better prepared to play than say we did, having to learn some of the things that we learned coming into the NFL that we weren't learning in college. A lot of these kids are getting quarterback coaches, as far back as junior high school and all the way through high school into college. So I think the position is a lot more stronger than it's ever been.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
Atlanta should be the team to step up and secure him.
Yeah, Atlanta's really interesting because they're much further down the list at only 8% right now on Kalshi, but this is a team that has constantly come up in terms of GMs thinking, or the reports suggesting that GMs are thinking that Atlanta Braves are the dark horse team to kind of swoop in there and get Scoogle, and that's going to be something that we should pay attention to.
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
Wembanyama goes to the park and plays chess against people. I saw him come in with a book today. Yeah. He walked in with a book, Kevin. He had a bunch of books in his hand. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, he's the only NBA player that actually walks in with a book that actually read it.
Yeah. It's a good take. Yeah.
Shot of LeBron.
Listen,
I couldn't help it.
I knew that I was trying to cut you off before you said the name.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
Class is in session. Today, let's talk about the teaser. A teaser is a multi-leg bet where you shift the point spread in your favor. You get better numbers, but every selection has to win. It doesn't matter what you bet if you don't have the insights. Tune into SportsGrid and get ahead of the class.
Live on Sports Grid, Kevin Walsh, Gabriel Morency. We'll roll through all your picks here before this show is over. We still got about 20 minutes with you guys, which is great. We're back tomorrow, regular time, 7 to 9, full baseball card. We'll see what else we have on a Friday for you. But we were talking a little football.
3-point competition. WNBA.
Is that tomorrow? Great.
Yeah.
But, Gabe, I know that, you're obviously getting, heavily into the zone for college football and,
Yep.
I try to ignore this talk of like the SEC is going to become their own league because it just sounds very complicated and hopefully it doesn't happen. But there's also now a lot of chatter around the SEC and their lack of championships in the college football landscape right now in recent times.
Well, it's really become a topic of conversation this week because it's SEC Media Week. And they're on the defensive in a big time way right now. Lane Kiffin said, the committee needs to realize that an 11-1 team in one conference isn't as good as a 9-3 team in our conference. Nick Saban kept saying we. And I like Coach Saban. I think he's funny, and I think he brings great insight to what he does on TV. But you're not a coach. You're not in the SEC anymore. So he kept on referring it to we, which sort of goes to the inherent bias that is with the SEC. But Nick Saban said, just because you win doesn't mean that you're the best conference. And he said the SEC is still the best conference. And he was asked, well, what about the fact that they haven't won in 3 years? And he goes, well, it doesn't mean. And I understand that argument, right? Paris Saint-Germain's a great example of that, right, Kevin? PSG just won the Champions League. Nobody thinks that the French league is the most elite league in Europe. Paris Saint-Germain were the best team in Europe, right, this year, but nobody says that that's the best league. But the Big Ten has won 3 years in a row. Right? It's not once, not twice. It is 3 times. And not once was it ever against a team from the SEC. Like, the SEC hasn't even made it to a championship game. And I'll ask you right now, Kevin, is an SEC team going to win the national championship this year?
Before I answer that, though, I do just want to make this point because this is, and you'll understand very quickly why this bothers me.
And I'm talking about biases. I'm wearing a Michigan.
No, I understand.
polo.
But what in the hell are they complaining about in the SEC? The SEC.
I'm not really sure what their little "we want to take our ball and go home" thing right now is. Like, what exactly? What is your complaint exactly? So much.
Alabama last year went to an SEC title game, got demolished by Georgia, and were not punished for it in the slightest. Remember, the last season Saban was a coach, he mentioned betting spreads to inform you who the best teams were. I want people to be very, very clear that Notre Dame were power rated as one of the 4 best teams in the country. Better than Miami, better than any SEC team. It was Ohio State, Indiana, and then Notre Dame. And Notre Dame got left out. Not some SEC team. Okay, so what are they complaining about? I don't understand.
There's some sort of biasness. You're right. And Lane Kiffin and the others, they all said the same thing. They were all given they were given the script, right? They were all rattling off the same type of taglines about how there should have been more SEC teams in the playoffs. They brought up Texas. Texas did not deserve to be there. Like, you didn't win. You know what I mean? Like, they talked about these other teams, like you stated. Notre Dame were the ones that got absolutely robbed. And I'll definitively tell you right now, will a team from the SEC win the title this year? No. Like, who's winning? Like, who's winning from the SEC? To me, there's one team. There's one team in the SEC that can win the national championship this year. And they could, but I don't view them as like the top 3, 4, 5 teams in the country. And that's the Georgia Bulldogs. And the Georgia Bulldogs come into the season as the best team. I think Ole Miss are being slept on. I think 7.5 is a good bet for Ole Miss, but I don't think they're winning the national championship. To me, who's going to win the national championship this year? You just mentioned it. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish, main contender for the national championship this year. I personally think that it's the Oregon Ducks year this year. All right? I think it's the Oregon Ducks this year. And I don't think anyone can scoff at that. I don't think anyone can scoff at saying that Notre Dame can win this year. And I don't think you can scoff. You talk about Ohio State in any given year. I don't think you can, I guess Indiana's a big key here, Kevin. What are Indiana going to be this year? But for me, the teams to beat are Notre Dame and Oregon. I think Notre Dame and Oregon are the two teams to beat this year in college football, personally.
Yeah, if you look at the odds.
SEC. If you look at the SEC, like I said, you got Georgia. Alabama will be good, but Alabama won't be the best. And are Georgia, Georgia are good, Kevin, but they're not Georgia good from like 4 or 5 years ago. They don't scare people like they used to.
I think that's one of the big things, is that usually there is an SEC team priced better than everybody, either than whoever the best Big Ten team is. And, it's been Ohio State just from the numbers. If you look right now, Ohio State's plus 550, just one book. Notre Dame plus 650, 8-1 Oregon. They don't have a top 3 team in the odds. That's not usually what you see out of the SEC. So that's a part of the puzzle. And I understand their schedules are tough and this, that, and the third. But
there's Texas. Yeah, Texas is the highest ranked SEC team according to the book.
This will bother me forever. They're complaining about their tough schedules. The tough schedule nonsense is why Bama got in despite looking awful, and Notre Dame beat Stanford by 30 points, and people said, "Oh, look, they're struggling."
Michigan went 9-3 last year with a coach that didn't coach. Like he was on Instagram more than he was like with girls than he was doing anything. They won 9 games. They played the Oregon Ducks, Texas Longhorns, Ohio State, Oklahoma Sooners. Oh yeah, going to Norman. Like, people bitch about tough. Like, really? And it's funny, Kevin, coming from a conference that like plays Kennesaw State like the week of their in week 10 of the regular season and stuff.
Yeah,
it's like they play Furman, right? Listen, man. They had two playoff wins last year. They had 2 playoff wins last year. The SEC. One of them was against each other. And it wasn't close. What happened when Indiana played Alabama last year, Kevin? What was it, like 44-6 or something? I don't know, whatever the hell it was.
Beating Tulane. It doesn't even count. No one's beating Tulane.
Come in a lot more better prepared to play than say we did, having to learn some of the things that we learned coming into the NFL that we weren't learning in college. A lot of these kids are getting quarterback coaches, as far back as junior high school and all the way through high school into college. So I think the position is a lot more stronger than it's ever been.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
Atlanta should be the team to step up and secure him.
Yeah, Atlanta's really interesting because they're much further down the list at only 8% right now on Kalshi, but this is a team that has constantly come up in terms of GMs thinking, or the reports suggesting that GMs are thinking that Atlanta Braves are the dark horse team to kind of swoop in there and get Scoogle, and that's going to be something that we should pay attention to.
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
Wembanyama goes to the park and plays chess against people. I saw him come in with a book today. Yeah. He walked in with a book, Kevin. He had a bunch of books in his hand. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, he's the only NBA player that actually walks in with a book that actually read it.
Yeah. It's a good take. Yeah.
Shot of LeBron.
Listen,
I couldn't help it.
I knew that I was trying to cut you off before you said the name.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
Class is in session. Today, let's talk about the teaser. A teaser is a multi-leg bet where you shift the point spread in your favor. You get better numbers, but every selection has to win. It doesn't matter what you bet if you don't have the insights. Tune into SportsGrid and get ahead of the class.
Live here on SportsGrid. Gabe's got me thinking about week 0. I cannot believe they've got Bill Belichick starting the year in Dublin, Ireland.
I just want to throw this out here. Just a quick another soccer move here. Not a household name, but a player that played very, very well. Former MLS player years ago. Plays very well for the Canadian side, Kevin. Alistair Johnston, the defender. White dude. Small dude. If you saw him, you wouldn't think, he's a world-class player and stuff. But it's one of these guys that's, like, really gotten better through hard work. Like, really is. Like, I mean, we're talking to a Canadian kid, man. Like, and I'd say, like you said, like, I know his story, but, like he said, to me, it was a big deal to play in the MLS. He goes, that was my dream. Yeah. Like, because I never, like, pictured playing around the world and, like, this. And now, Alistair Johnson, Everton. That's for real, Kevin, man. Like, you play for Everton.
That's real.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a real team. And it's not official yet, but Alistair Johnson in talks with Everton right now. He just played in the Scottish League, so he's been out there. Like, they know him out there.
I'll throw one out, Gabe. I don't know if you've ever spoke with him. He's been on SportsGrid a few times. Tom Bogert covers the MLS.
Yeah.
Breaks scores all
I didn't know
time.
that he's been on our network, but I see him online.
Yeah.
I follow him,
He was, you remember Martino? I'm sure, like, he was good buddies with him, so he would get him on.
Puccio.
Yeah. Atlanta United are looking at
Captain Pulisic. That guy loves Pulisic more than anyone. I see him online, so you guys don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Plays for Liverpool, or played for Liverpool, Uruguay. Brilliant Bolo.
He's going to Atlanta, though, right? He's going to Atlanta,
they're saying there's some real links there. Those are good gets. Those are not 34-year-olds. You know what I mean? Like, that is prime.
Let me throw one at you, and no one's really confirmed this, but there were rumors last night about Enner Valencia and the Whitecaps, which doesn't make sense to me because he's older, and it's not like he had a great World Cup, but if you're the Whitecaps, you get who you can get. You know what I'm saying? And Kubas, one of his teammates on the Ecuadorian side's on the Whitecaps. So that's why, because other people are like, I can't confirm this. It was an Ecuadorian site. It was one of their sites that said that he's speaking with the Whitecaps. And no one here can confirm it, but I'm thinking, the fact there's an Ecuadorian national player on the freaking team, like, it kind of makes sense, Yeah. They just lost Berhalter and got paid $2 million for him, too.
I'll tell you the other, like, story to follow, and this has been kind of forgotten a little bit, Gabe. You notice that Pochettino has not signed the extension that they offered him? Like, he's not coming back.
And there's a lot of other big countries, like, looking for coaches now, too, eh? You see Pep, like, turn down Italy.
And Pochettino might get that phone call.
You read my mind. I'm thinking, you know what? He's holding out, right? He knows I can get this Italian job, maybe. I think that's what he's waiting for. I think he just sees it's a pretty cushy job, bro. There's a connection with the Argentinians and Italians and stuff. Like, he'll be popular there. You know what I'm saying? It'll be an approved hire, I think.
What I would worry,
would it, Kevin? Or would it?
I don't.
Or would Italians look and go?
They'll be disappointed.
Yeah, they'll be like, we're getting a guy from the Americans, really?
Yeah. They thought they were going to get Pep Guardiola.
And that's almost like the Yankees getting rejected. Yeah, they got rejected by, like, a legend, and now they got to go for the Team America coach. That might not go over well there. You're right.
It would be as if, let's just say, Gabe, Michigan didn't go in-house, right? And they were, like, in real talks to land Dan Hurley. And then final hour, Hurley goes, actually, I'm going back to UConn. No matter who you hired, you'd be like, oh, come on, dude. What? Like, we were going to get Hurley, and now we got the guy from San Jose State. Like, what just happened here? Like, when you sell your fans on getting Pep Guardiola, arguably the best manager in the world, and by the way, Italy
if you're Italy, you don't think you're getting rejected, though, because you still live in that world of, oh, God, like, it's an honor to coach the Azzurri, right?
Yeah, it's a good point.
So, like, they didn't see the failure or the rejection coming, I don't think.
They said that this is the odd thing, though, because I saw that they're like, Pep apparently promised his team, like, or his family, he'll calm down, take some time off. I mean, realistically, the Euros aren't for 2 years.
No, it's
So that- I
perfect.
don't
The national
understand.
team is time off right now.
That's what that's what I didn't understand. Like, that sounds like a fake excuse to me a little bit. So I I didn't really get that one. I know we're running up against the break. At Sports Rage, everything you need for the CFL game tonight, you will find it
We're
there.
done already.
We're
Yeah, we'll
back
have our picks
tomorrow
online,
on
baby.
SportsGrid.